sure you wanted closeouts on Holmgren. Is that just a tough adjustment for a big man to make, to know he's got to get 25 feet out?
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, he hurts teams because of his pick and pop ability, but for the most part, Alpy wasn't on him that much. We had him on different matchups, so we're trying to switch a lot, and what we did well in the first meeting against him was take away his pick and pops with the switching. They tried to go small and put Alperen in a tough position, so he was on him a little bit there, and I think just getting lost off ball a few times, to your point, and especially after free throws. Got flare, gave up some flare screen threes, but for the most part, as much as we can, we try to keep Alperen off him. And then they went small, and we didn't make them pay on the other end with Alperen.
That was an adjustment I guess they made because you had Alpy on Giddy, especially after the first time. You kind of know that's coming.
Yeah, and we have other candidates to put Alpy on as well, so some miscommunication when we brought in some subs, and we didn't want Alperen on him on one of the threes late, but yeah, we have a few guys that we're comfortable putting Alperen on and making them prove it.
What did you think of the start to the game you guys had in the first quarter, and what do you think transpired in the second half?
Tale of two halves. I mean, you can talk about it, show film, halftime as well, and understanding what the game plan is and what they'll give up. And we executed well in the first quarter, for the most part, the first half until the last few minutes there. But you have to be mature enough to come out and do it again and do it in the second half. And I think at times offense is not going. You let the defense slip a little bit. Some players do that, and then the offense just got bogged down. Guys started doing one-on-one, and that's a message to the team. We're not going to do it by ourselves one-on-one. We better do it as a team. And you see what works in one half. Kind of it's surprising that we totally go away from that. What made us successful in the first half, and so that's the growing process, maturity of understanding what it is and what's going to win you the game and sticking with it.
Did you feel the way that you finished the first half? Did you feel there was some carryover to that into the second half?
Absolutely.
You called the timeout, I think, after 46 seconds. Why did you do that? What did you see that forced you to do that?
Well, I mean, a poor turnover, poor decision there. We had a cross match, and we never want our big to dribble from the top of the key and try to go one-on-one, post up, basically back down from the top of the key, move the ball, go into the post, and get the cross match there, and then miscommunication on defense on the other end where he gave up the three. So, a poor start, but my mistake for probably putting Alperen back in at the end of the second half with 3 fouls. He wasn't aggressive at all defensively and allowed them to get some baskets.
Holmgren had those 3 blocks, especially in the second half. Did you feel like he was changing the looks that you guys were getting?
Yeah, but he did the same thing in the first half, and that was the difference, that we penetrated and kicked, and we drew the crowd. They're number one, like I said before the game, they're number one in shot blocks and number 3 in steals, and we played into their hands in the second half, and we did the exact opposite in the first half. So that's where you have to, like I said, understand the game plan, what they're going to give you and what they're going to take away, and react to it. And I think we did a good job in the first half for the most part, and a terrible job in the second half.
With Alpy, he's getting doubled a lot more than he did earlier in the season. Do you want him to still stay patient, or does he need to make quicker moves, or is it more a matter of his teammates moving more and giving them open lanes for
I think be patient and understand that you're going to draw that crowd and bait them to get some open looks. We missed some in the third and fourth quarter tonight, but for the most part in the start of the game, that's how we got some of our open looks. And so we know that certain guys are going to attract that crowd and draw and kick, and gets us a lot of wide open looks. And so, as I mentioned last game, we are not one of the best shooting teams in the league, and so teams are going to make you prove it and try to take away some of your strengths, which Alperen is in the post. But they'll mix it, with Holmgren on him and guard him one-on-one a lot, and then when the sub comes in, we know they go after him. And so at times we use him for that, and he did a good job in the first half, and even the second half moving in, we just missed some threes out of it. So a little bit of both. If he can make a quick move, go attack there, but understand they're going to come after you pretty quickly.
Does Jabari look fresher or healthier since the All-Star break? What's been the big difference for him the last couple of nights?
Yeah, you could say that. I think the rebound numbers, his activity has been great. I don't know about fresher, but he's being aggressive and taking the shots they're giving him. To get 10 3-pointers last night and 9 tonight and be aggressive there is great. But also, obviously, the rebound numbers, 16 and 17 back-to-back, is great as well. So I don't know if the break did him well, but I think his mindset has been pretty good the second half of the season. Thank you.
Thank you.